Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the legendary Panasonic RF-2200. Amazing radio. Took me a while to get this one. Started my channel in 2017. Wanted one back then. I had 4 chances to get one. I had a couple arrive at my doorstep that were just garbage. Couldn't even bring them back to life. Had to send them back. Third one kind of back and forth in emails. Never got anything out of that. And finally, I got this one. So this one, it took a little bit of work to get running. We got the pots cleaned, the switches cleaned. I had to do a couple treatments on the switches, and hopefully they'll be working okay. Nothing finicky. But as any owner of the 2200 knows, this switch here can be a little pain in the butt to clean. There's really no spot to get in there with the nozzle. I mean, there is, but then you can make a big mess. So what I find myself doing is just putting a little Dioxide D5 on a small applicator and then putting it into the as far as I can into the switch mechanism and then working it back and forth. It seems to help because when I got this radio, it was barely legible on AM. You couldn't even hear the broadcast faint ones, and you could hear the strong stations, but any semi-locals or distant stations were not coming in. So switch cleaning helped big time. On the volume potentiometer and these guys, I use some Dioxide D100. There's no solvent in it. That's what you want to use on potentiometers to save them. You don't want to be using a solvent base to clean them. It's just good practice. I found that out. So we're going to go over features of the radio. We'll do a size comparison. We'll start cruising the daytime band. Yes, I am excited about this radio. I think it's amazing. This will be the first time I've done a band scan during a day myself, so we'll discover what's out there together. So I'm going to lift this up. This thing's pretty heavy with batteries in it. Oh, yeah, it is. So on the left-hand side here, we have 2 jacks. We have an earphone jack, and we have a record out for a tape deck. Back in the day, they used tape decks. This comes from 1977, by the way, when Three's Company was just starting out, season 1. Here's a clip for the handle. Now, I don't have the strap, and I really want that. So if any of my viewers have an extra RF-2200 carrying strap you want to get rid of, contact me. Use the comment section, let me know, and we'll talk. I definitely need one. I want to carry this thing outside. So in front of the radio, we have some switches, power, light, it's an incandescent bulb, BFO for your single sideband transmissions. Speaker, 4-inch, nice. Just a simple speaker, works good on shortwave, enjoy it. Tuning indicator with the battery level. Over here, our main tuning dial. 8-band, sweet. Over here, you can see how it's structured. We have our FM, shortwave 1 through 6, and then an AM band. You can see we're on the AM band right now. We have 3 switches here, which are very interesting. The first one is FM, AFC on or off when you're in FM. And of course, we have bandwidth, wide and narrow. I tend to leave it on the wide because when I go to narrow, it tends to quiet it down too much. Over here, you can see it says crystal markers. These are neat. This is how you calibrate your shortwave dial. And I used this last night, and I was able to get this zeroed in, this dial here. And so when I'm tuning shortwave, I am dead on accurate. This radio is the most accurate radio I own in an analog radio. Used to be the super radio, but this one is way more precise. So these make the difference right here for shortwave. Going on AM band, didn't have to do a thing. This thing is dead accurate on AM. It just lines right up perfectly. Just this little needle indicator here lines right up. Now it is a ribbon style tuner, as you can see there. Just a very simple setup there, and you can see the columns. But yeah, loving the accuracy of this dial. Just loving it. So, all right. Let's go look at some knobs here. We got a volume knob I told you about. Clean that up with some Dioxide D100. Our bass treble controls, very nice to have, especially with a radio like this. We have a fast, slow tuning. It's like a mechanical. Just turn this over to go to fast. Snap it back over to go to slow. I just actually engaged it by accident. But yeah, it works out really nice. And over here you can see the band select switch. Shortwave 1 through 6 on this top one. And then down here we have our main bands, AM, shortwave, and FM. Over here we have our AM shortwave RF gain. Now this is very usable. I find myself using this quite a bit on strong AM stations. This thing is so good at pulling in stations that sometimes you have to back off a bit. Definitely. So let's go right hand side of the radio. Is there anything? Nope. Spot for a carry strap. Top of the radio, we have the legendary 200mm ferrite external gyro-antenna. Loving that. Now I'm leaving it open. I'm going to film this radio laying on its back. It's just the only way I can do it with my setup. I'm going to be manhandling this thing back and forth, so you get to see it in action. But yeah, if you're just have it sitting on your table, this is great. Just turn this. I cleaned it up as best I could. I know that I saw a guy, he tore his down and added some grease there to lubricate it to make sure it doesn't break. What I do is I just hold this here and I push this down when I want to recess the antenna, so I don't put any due stress on this part here. Same with lifting it up. Just kind of hold that as you do it. So if you own one of these, you probably already know that. Here's our FM shortwave antenna. Cool. Okay, and going to the back of the radio really quick, and then we'll get tuning. I'm going to see if this thing is just a monster. Yeah. This runs on 4 D-cell batteries or AC operation. On the back, you can see there's 2 holes here. That actually holds screws. I took the screws out so I wouldn't pull my tablecloth. You can hook up an FM antenna or an AM antenna. That's the neat setup. As you can see, it's made in Japan. Beautiful. And it runs on 4 D-cell batteries. Yeah, made in Japan. It's real small writing. Sorry. Pointed it out. And it looks like it has the little label protector still on there for the metal things. That's kind of neat. And behind the battery compartment are 4 Ds. I'd show you, but I got to rest it on the knobs. I really don't want to. And then there's our AC input down on the bottom. So there we are. Okay, so that's the radio. Let's go ahead and do a little quick size comparison. We'll start cruising the daytime band. Yeah, bear with me here. This thing is a beast. You know, it's smaller in person than I thought it would be. It's just a real thick radio. It's got a really good depth to it. And when you take it apart, it's actually very easy to service. So if you buy one and you're comfortable servicing radios, you're going to love this one. There's CC pocket, fits right where the speaker is. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to pull out any big radios to try to put it next to it. This is as high as my camera tripod goes. Here we have CC Skywave. I would say I would use this as my frequency checker, but we're not going to because this thing is too accurate. It's probably more accurate than my digital radio. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's right there with the digital radio. And then last but not least, we have Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves Panasonic RF-2200s from Japan. He's Iron Man. Yeah, dude, there's no way I can really show you how big this is with the deck of cards, but you get the idea, right? Cool. Okay, let's turn this thing on. We're at the bottom of the band. Lots of volume. Now, that's another thing. I didn't have the volume before. I had to turn it up over to 6 or 7 to hear what I'm hearing now. Okay, let's tune this to our first station. It's the jumping needle. This is just a fantastic radio. You have to shell a few bucks out. We're going to turn it.
The greatest kicker ever, statistically at the very least, and that was remarkable. And I love what he said in pregame.
It's got a low noise floor.
1.5 yards or something, right?
Mm-hmm, right.
Whatever it was.
Bass.
And how he got that extra 1.5 yards. I think John Harbaugh told me. Sent me a text replying to mine saying, "Boy, God is good."
Hey Morty, I thought I was watching Men of Honor. Damn it, Cookie, I want my 12.
Okay, here's 5.4 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. With medium wave or AM band, as you know, you have to point the antenna, the horizontal edge of the antenna, towards the broadcasting station to get a good signal. As you heard, as I moved it, it got better. And you can see the signal strength jumped all the way up. So now you can actually turn the strength down. Watch this.
Zero, listen, it was allowable as an extra second. Yeah. Pocket 0, and then...
So quite a bit of adjustment there, which is great.
An extra second. In this case, it looked like it might have been a second. This might have been 2 seconds or a second and a half.
Okay, let's keep doing it.
Listen, it's something that Dan Campbell said. Look, an apology from the league.
Hit the tripod a few times, probably. It's a big radio.
Not apologize when they miss a call or
It has been used for a long time utterly safely. But you are told repeatedly by the completely dishonest mainstream media, who lie so easily they don't even know it. I truly do believe they no longer know that they have no...
Okay, here's 560 WIND, Chicago.
Ivermectin works. If your doctor says it doesn't,
of the cases we've seen since the start of school, and that's created an issue when it comes to quarantines and the outbreaks that you talked about at the beginning. And the school officials have generally said that it's not necessarily related.
This is 580 WILL, Urbana, Illinois. This is 150 miles south. Now, cool thing about orientation of the antenna is that it works both in north and south directions. So if I point it to get to north stations, I can leave it here if I'm tuning in for south stations. This is pretty nice. So either that way or that way, it'll pick up.
Groups, and that group is
Sounds
the
good.
12 to 17 group, at least, is up over 50%. It's still lower than the older populations, of course. They've also had less time in which they've had access to the vaccine. But it is certainly a concern for parents and administrators that those number of cases are higher than the rest of the population. Did not
Let's keep going.
Data to show any rise.
Now, they're saying up here in New York, oh, don't worry, we're going to backfill people from the National Guard and elsewhere. And listen, that's, the National Guard will do what they're ordered to do. And folks, I grew up in New York. I lived here my whole life up until I left about 15 years ago. We tried to change the official show counter of everything, chronology-wise, even my time in certain places. I need someone to do that. But walking into the New York hospital day one without knowing any of the people, any of the procedures.
So this is 590 WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's about 140 miles away.
Chaos up here.
Keep going.
Folks, these people are programmed.
Research indicates that sausages and brats are among the top grilling items.
So we're shooting at an angle here, so it looks like the dial's off, but if you look at it straight on, it's exactly dead on the money. This is 600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles away.
I would argue, though, that as through the pandemic, as consumers, and we know that more people were cooking at home, everybody talked about their meat IQ increase, so you're also seeing.
Yeah, I don't think a passive loop would even make that go further. We can try it. Let's see. People say big radios don't benefit. Sometimes they do. Let's see what this radio does.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
I have a Turk. Turk Advantage. It's a passive loop. I'm going to put it perpendicular right inside of the radio, near the antenna. We're going to see if we can get extra gain.
To recreate that tailgate.
Our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, the ultimate once-in-a-lifetime music event, is coming to the CW.
Just a smidge.
The biggest stars from all genres
See it
of music
jump
here
right
once
up a little bit. I pull it away. Oh, didn't really drop anything. So yeah, it doesn't need it. Alright, cool. One thing you don't have to buy when you own this radio.
Watch this Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m.
Especially when they just get them and they're kind of acclimating them to their neighborhood or their home.
I would say
This is cool. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's to the north of me, and usually I have to turn the radio, but I don't have to for this station.
Putting them in the right situation that they're going to be able to succeed. I mean, I've worked rescue a lot. I'm a professional. I can.
Hello. Trae el consejo con Ana Bárbara y Paquita la del barrio. Vámonos.
Hispanic station 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. This one usually aim this way. Let's see if it gets better on the tuning indicator. Just watch that there. There we go. See it jump up. Let's give it some bass. I can't hover on it, but awesome. Cool. Sounds really good. Probably the best I've heard that station. Great.
The Score, Chicago's home for Bears fans.
This is Sean Morash with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Up in Buffalo, Josh Allen.
So on strong stations, you can definitely turn that gain down.
Position the Bills have been lost on.
670 The Score, WSCR, Chicago.
Focusing on the opponent they just shredded. Yes, the Washington football team fell to 1-2 on the year, and if not for a bad offsides call last week on a missed field goal, would still be winless themselves.
Okay, we gotta turn the game back up. Because this is interesting.
Walls look not exactly right. For lots of homeowners, those are symptoms.
I think I'm getting 720, overriding 700 here. I'm trying to go for WLW. Okay. That might be it. Which is about 300 miles away.
Free evaluation and a free dry basement healthy home book. 1-800-421-7325. Visit permaseal.net. Permaseal.net.
720 WGN, Chicago.
Is known best for being better. It's 11:20 on WGN. Speed jokes.
Oh, I forgot to mention that time. Okay, so he said 11:20, so it's pretty close to what my CC Pocket says. That's Central Daylight Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA. About time I said that. My future self will put that in the beginning when I start.
Read the book Nickels and Dimes, Getting By in America.
And I do keep certain items blessed in my purse with me when I'm giving them.
750 WNDZ, Portage, Indiana.
Place it in their hand, and I said, now this is blessed. And what that means is...
WBBM. Sunshine in Chicagoland. That'll be here throughout the day as we are heading to a high right about 85 degrees.
Here's WBBM, Chicago.
As
780.
Humidity. Right now we have 73 degrees at O'Hare. We have 75 degrees at
Yours truly, Tom Hartman, in bookstores everywhere and online at tomhartman.com.
820 WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois. I'm only going to turn the radio if the station's really quiet.
Missed my opening rant today? It's usually published over at Hartman.
There's a station here, 860. There it is. I have to turn the radio to the north. There we go. Wow, it picks it up really nice. Gains all the way up, good. This is 860 WNOV, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles north at 440 watts during the day. I like that. It's coming in good. Okay, we're going to turn it. We're going to see if we can't get East Lansing on 870. I don't know for sure. There it is. Little snap. Now, I did clean these switches too, but my volume's cranked all the way up. That's probably why we heard that. Volume's all the way up. So that's 870 WKAR, East Lansing, Michigan, 195 miles. Very nice. Okay, let's keep going.
The IRS is not on your side. They have a lot of money and a lot of time. There are a lot of...
Here's 890 WLS, Chicago. I'm going to go a little quicker.
Resolution is the only one I trust and recommend. I met them. They are strong. They are solid. Rush Tax has a A+ rating and an incredible 0.
Trailing, pass rush, tight coverage, bang, 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 4 or 5...
920 WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
A lot of breathing room on that stuff. And those were...
Pornography. Have you found that freedom from pornography?
Interesting subject. This is Relevant Radio, Catholic Radio, 930. This 9:30 a.m. This is WBKM, Sandwich, Illinois.
Shame that Father is talking about. You aren't sure how you're going to pull yourself.
Find a time machine? Congrats. You did. Oldies 940. WFAW.
There you go. Oldies 940 WFAW for Atkinson, Wisconsin. Gosh, Can't talk today. I love this radio too much.
Every time you hold me, I'm still on the surface. Hi, John Paul.
What? And they give her hope for the future of our church and our country. And
here's 950 WNTD Chicago.
Because
relevant.
Those children are great families, and
that have never been asked before because the data are so new.
970 WHA Madison, Wisconsin.
And I think that there's a new initiative from the NASA team I lead focusing on it.
Video going around of Nick Foles saying that offense just isn't working.
Yeah, we talked.
And then the second thing, Jimmy Graham retweeting the 1 point.
Here's 1000 WMVP Chicago.
Obviously lost the locker room. That was going all over Twitter. At what point does he?
Można byłoby zablokować moje dane przed tym oszustwem. Bardzo proszę o pomoc z góry. Serdecznie dziękuję.
WNVR 1030 Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Się dostrzegła pani, że no jeżeli jest coś nie tak,
1050 WLIP Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Here to just little butt with you and tell you I appreciate your service and all the coverage that you do.
Big improvement when you just move it a little bit.
All the dedication to your listeners and information that you gather.
Okay, I think we're going to get WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan. Let me just make this bad boy up. There we go. That music. Yeah, it's hard. That's a hard one to pick up. Cool. WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 100 miles away.
it was cool that they were.
I'm happy for those guys because that's a damn democracy.
1070 WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin.
As well, when they clinched, that was cool. Yeah. I had an interesting debate.
إن وجود فينرال هوم معتمد عليه وموثوق به لا يقل عن أهمية وجود مدرسة مستشفى أو بنك.
1080 WNWI, Oak Lawn, Illinois.
مختص ذوي الشهادات واختصاص بإجازة رسمية في علوم. Por toda la familia Pérez Rodríguez por la conversión y unidad.
1110 WMBI, Chicago.
Viajará a México mañana para que todo salga bien en su viaje.
Treated as human beings.
Welcome back to Clay Travis and Buck Sexton show. There was Maxine Waters. I thought you
1130 WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
It's hard to fit so much wrong into one soundbite, but she did a pretty impressive job there. First of all, the comparison between
Principle of no cooperation of states.
What we're saying, first of all, is that it's not a principle of non-cooperation.
Here's WYLL, Hope for Your Life, 1160 Chicago.
That the United States, through its many administrations, through its policy statements,
so we get the squirrel.
The issues that have been raised even recently, have expressed consistently.
We got the squirrel in 1180 WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois, 1180. $1,200 WRTO Chicago.
Millones de frascos. En vez de mandarte nuestro frasco estándar de 30 cápsulas, te mandaremos un frasco.
1220 WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois.
Llama al 1-800-750.
couple of awards lately, and tell us a little bit about it. We got a minute or two here to go, but
1230 WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin.
Because that says something about the quality of the program.
1240 WSBC, Chicago.
Signori, la trasmissione d'oggi è giunta al termine. Vi ricordiamo come sempre di servirvi dei prodotti.
$25 gift certificates are going out the door today for just $9 a piece.
Here's 1280 WBIG, Aurora, Illinois. There were some few faint stations I heard. I heard 1250 and I think I heard 1260, but I'm running out of time. We'll have multiple band scans in the future. You guys can expect that with this radio for sure.
Chicago White Sox today.
There's a 1290. Let's see what that picks up. Let me get the Fonz radio out of shoot. It's a low power. Just a hair. Barely. It's a tough station to get. So keep going. Okay, this is 1300 WRDZ, LaGrange, Illinois. Getting the camera tripod still.
That's key for anyone focused on saving for retirement and building an IRA. You want stability for that, and it comes
1310 WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's much easier to purchase than ever before, and believe it or not, nearly just as easy to deliver.
Okay, let's get to the top of the band here.
2 free agency periods to turn it around. That's what Matt Rules had.
1330 WNTA, Rockford.
Another move this morning, another trade to get a corner.
Two blue male parakeets and a cage with accessories to give away to a good home. Please call 815.
I don't want to put the guy's number on here. He's selling parakeets on the radio. Come on, I want to buy a radio off the radio. 1360 WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois.
Good home, call 815.
Oh, the guy's still giving his number. Stop giving your number, dude. That's hilarious.
And we're going to take a quick timeout. And when...
That's funny. We're getting to the end here.
There it is. I thought you knew.
There it is, the Panasonic RF-2200. 1380 WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. That's awesome. Whoop, there it is. That's like so perfect.
Coming straight at ya. That's me, BC.
Broadcast of Pastor Philip S. Pratt Sr. Be sure to join us Monday through Friday at 11:30 a.m. right here on WGRB, Inspiration 1390 a.m. Now, let's hear from Pastor France with the...
There you go. Got the call letters and the frequency. It's out of Chicago. Okay, we got some music on 1400 WRGN, Racine, Wisconsin.
And if you do think of anything else, be sure to call us back. It does get you 2 entries.
Here's 1410 WRMN, Elgin, Illinois.
Yeah, you have 2 entries. We've doubled up with every $10 that you spend, you get 2 entries.
1430 WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois.
Under 500 away from home. The Sox are 49-27 on the south side.
1440 WROK, Rockford, Illinois.
Starts have begun a positive trend. Over 11 innings, he's allowed.
This thing's big. Hispanic Station 1450 WCEV, Cicero, Illinois. Just picking up some, I think, country music on 1460 WJTI, West Ellis, Wisconsin. That or it's Hispanic, I forget. I don't pick it up too well here, so I don't listen to it, but let's keep going. $14.90 WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. Beautiful. Heavy metal on 1500 WPJX, Zion, Illinois. Music on WLUV, Loves Park, Illinois, 1520. I wonder if that'll improve if I turn it. isn't improving. Oh, I hit the tripod again. This radio's huge. Okay, there you go. Can't hover. You know, that'll be copyrighted, of course. Okay, we're almost done. Let's zip through this. Some faint stations here. I think that's 1560 WGLB, Port Washington, Wisconsin. That's the country music station I was thinking of. Wow. WTTN, you just said it, 1580. Watertown, Wisconsin. Usually got to aim it that way to get it. WCGO, 1590, Evanston. Okay, we're running out of band. (1620) Traffic Advisory Radio out of Lake County, Illinois. (1640) WSJP, Sussex, Wisconsin. We're almost done. This thing's expanding out nicely. 1670, The Zone, WOZN, Madison.
Are you fairly fit?
And there we are. Tops out right there. Okay, cool. Go ahead and turn this off. Nice. So there it is, the RF-2200 daytime band scan. Give a big like if you like this and you like this radio. Rock on. 2, if you like Panasonic vintage classic shortwave radios, subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future reviews, band scans, you name it. I love Panasonics. I love this radio. You know, I got the question asked recently, which radio would you want to own? If you could only have one radio, I'm really leaning to this radio because it's serviceable. That's key right there, guys. Serviceable. The newer ones, I mean, this thing lasts 40 years and still works fantastic with just a little love and care. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Really only need the 3 bands. I'm really enjoying it. Just a fun radio. 3, comment below what you think about the RF-2200. I probably won't hear anything bad or negative about it. It's just a really great analog receiver, which is pretty much the king on medium wave band. It did show its true colors today. It did a fantastic job. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.